Alright, so I've done a lot of steaming, a lot of scraping, and a lot of elbow grease on this. Here's the update. This fender is good, this door is good, the quarter looks good. The hood and that fender, I'm thinking that's where the sun did all of its damage, because it's made like a yellow staining, and it's like I got the fan glowing behind me. This whole shape here, and the paint is lifted here. This, I'm thinking either it had something splashed on it, because I've been very careful to keep the heat down, and as soon as I get it where the glue is gummy, I'm lifting it. So I did score these AP1 S2000 wheels, and these are absolutely mint with almost brand new tires. When I say mint, I think they've been refinished.
Plugs into the mirror and it snaps into the door.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah. So it still has bolts and everything, but once you set it in, it snaps in. It sits there. You don't have to worry about it.
Totally having flashbacks of doing the wrap. I'm still doing the wrap. What am I talking about? It's not a flashback when you're still doing something. Didn't something else have it too? There was that one
there, and then the door handle cups.
Oh, the door handles on the... Yeah, I forgot about that. I was saying it was just these three pieces.
I'd like to think he bought it with those on it, though. Like, he probably didn't add that.
No, these just don't look good, even when they were mint.
No, they just stick off too far.
Yeah, just stick out a quarter of an inch. I know they used to sell carbon fiber ones and all kinds of colors.
I mean, those were cool. Come on.
I think that's what made the tape cool, because when you put tape on it, it would actually look good. These never looked good because it always stuck off. The tape would be kind of flush. This just looked like an afterthought. It's like you did it in the parking lot outside the part shop where you bought it from.
I mean, I'd like to think a lot of kids did go on in the parking lot out there.
What happened?
I thought we were going to put it on the wall.
Oh, yeah, we are. Hold on, I'll film it.
Whoa.
Why would you wear a wicked hot shirt?
Well, you know,
It's
I
what
thought it
chicks
was
do.
going to be okay, but it's just the material. It's
That's
not,
what chicks do. They go, I don't care if this is comfortable
It's cute.
or practical, it's cute.
It's like
Bye.
heat index of 102. I'm gonna wear the hottest shirt I have.
I'm literally
Yeah,
melting.
3 layers. I'm going to wear everything I got.
Well, you know,
Look at this.
it looks like
I want to have flashbacks of this. I want to wake up in the middle of the night screaming and kicking and waking up my wife. She's going to go, what is it? I was like, I can't get the gooey stuff off the car. She's going to go, what is wrong with you?
It's because you don't have nails.
I do have nails.
Let me see.
I'm like digging away and digging away.
Yeah. You know, there is a trick.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
I've only got like 50 hours in removing wrap on this car. What is the trick?
No.
If she's not
Sometimes
gonna show
you have-
you're wearing a hot shirt today.
Well, sometimes you have to fight
My
sticky
shirt, I'm
with sticky.
sweating.
So, hold on. Let me come back.
Oh, so we need to put a sticky on to get sticky off?
Yeah, hold on.
It is actually, if you roll it, this is just where it hurts your skin. I mean, it is coming off. Negative. That ain't gonna work.
You sure you don't want to be negative?
It took a small fragment off.
Well, sometimes it will work.
If you do that about 60 more times,
No, that's not going
it
to
will
work.
start to look. No, it's one of those, you gotta kind of roll it with your
Yeah,
finger,
when you roll it backwards,
which
yeah.
it just hurts your skin.
Yeah, because you're just constantly...
Yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, it's just really hard. I mean, I go home with my
You need like a fake hand.
fingers sore already. Fake hand.
Like the one that they take and they pat the baby's back with.
Oh, the one that they test to see if a dog's mean or not. They like pet it with a plastic hand, and when
Yeah.
the dog attacks it, they go, well, that's a bad dog.
Exactly.
You go, no, it's a plastic hand. Dog don't like it. That's Bruce right there.
There you go. Look,
We used to use this in real early videos. Do you ever watch those videos, Esther?
Yes, I do
No, you
remember.
don't.
I do.
We used to
Hello.
point at stuff when we wanted to
I know.
get attention to it. I think Bruce is bringing seatbelts back.
Look, it's working.
What's going on? What is it?
Seatbelt Planet?
Yes.
Sweet. All right, Esther, just give up. All right, so we are taking this to Superior to drop it off, then dropping off the yellow S2000. Esther is foreigners in my truck. So this clutch is brand new, as you saw. We just installed it. So I'm kind of doing the braking on the way, as much braking miles as I can give it. We want to make sure your packages get out, and then we're going to get lunch. Have you eaten lunch yet, Esther?
No.
Okay, so we'll get lunch on the way back, and then got 2 more cars to deliver today. I did score some really MINT AP1 wheels with MINT tires, so I'm very lucky there. Trying to put the car back to stock. The turbo kit has sold, by the way. Just a few other options still available. I can put the information at the end of the video, but I still have the OZ wheels with tires. We have a NVIDIA exhaust in pretty good shape. Look how nice these wheels are. I believe they've been refinished because they're way, way nicer. And they've got a little bit of a sparkle on that side spoke, a little bit of metallic silver. Really, really nice tires. Got the Michelin Pilot tires. This is just gonna be a really nice car. So I've got to get some headlights and put those in when it comes back. The taillights are still mint. The taillights, what I'm gonna do is hit them with some 1500 and do a really light polish just to really make them shine. They're not bad, but you see that little bit of kind of like marking on it. It's just age. You know, you often get them on the front. It looks like it's like from tiny dust particles hitting it on the front makes the lenses dull. Providing they haven't got any sun damage, just polish these. Should really make all the difference. What I'll do is put a little bit of dish soap on your sandpaper, and it stops that material getting stuck in the paper and causing scratches. So nice and light over here. Don't dig it in any deeper than you have to. Keep it wet, and all you're doing is taking a really fine layer off here. Not even a layer, you're just basically flattening the plastic. If you've got a sanding block, use that. If not, keep your hand flat. Don't dig your fingers in, because you'll actually wear a groove in it. By holding your hand flat, you can get a nice even cut on here. So I'll show you this here in a minute. Keep it wet. A little bit of soap really makes a difference. So go ahead and dry it off with a nice soft cloth. Make sure you don't have any scratches in here. Of course, if you got deep scratches, go a little bit heavier until you get the scratches out. Don't gouge too much of the plastic. But as you see, it's just got a nice dull finish. Now that will polish up and look perfect. Let me go ahead and do that stage for you now so you can see what that looks like. A little bit of cleaner wax left behind right there. So the worst part of buffing these is holding this down. You either need to bolt it down using the factory bolts, find a bench to put it on so you can actually attach it, or even put it in your vise with some cloth to support it, or get someone to hold it, because this is difficult to buff single-handedly. There's a good chance of this getting caught on the buffer and you flinging it across your shop, which people laugh. It happens all the time. You go ahead and buff the mirrors unassisted, you'll fire one of those things across the shop and end up sending it back to the paint shop. All right, so this is my old buffer. Had this thing for years. I have a dual action buffer that I use for buffing cars, but this is one of those die-hard buffers for cutting pretty heavy when you need it to. So you get these from anywhere. I mean, even if you get one from Harbor Freight, all the detailer guys use obviously different brands. The nice brands, they all pretty much do the same thing, just some are a little bit more refined. So this is available everywhere. I usually use 205 and 105. However, the parts store carry this. I figure I'd use this just so you can see how it works. Shows you here how aggressive it is. This is a number 5, so it's somewhere in the middle of the range. So you're not gonna go crazy. Always shake the product. So I'm gonna do a little heavy, thick coat on this. About this much. You're gonna keep the speed down. You're just gonna distribute this product around for right now. Nice low speed. Now the trick is on this, you don't want to put a lot of heat in the plastic. So as you're buffing it, just touch the plastic. Make sure you don't overheat the plastic because it will distort and get kind of dull. So put plenty on, you're not going to hurt it. Probably put more than I need. I want to distribute it really well. So keep your speed down, nice and even. I'm not doing time lapse here because I want you to see how easy it is. I just don't put much pressure on there. Keep your buffer spinning, not too fast. Check your temperature. Make sure you're not getting the lens too hot. So once you get the one pass, you can look it over and see if you've got any sanding marks, and if you do, just go over it again. But as you see, it doesn't take too long, and it's already got a really nice shine to it. So that's our first stage right there, is just using the cut that I showed you, the middle of the road. Now we've got that, what I would do is go with a softer compound and do a final polish. I'm going to use my DA now to do a polish, and then don't forget, put some kind of protectant on there, something with UV protection, some kind of wax. You'll look around, there's a bunch of them out there, but they have different UV protections, ultraviolet protection. It'll help save that plastic. So when polishing, I always recommend you do it in stages. Do several light stages as opposed to trying to do it in one go. And check the lens, make sure you're not putting any heat in the lens. If not, you can burn it and distort the plastic. So when it comes to the front light, I do the same thing. I will do it with 600 first, go nice and easy, and then drop down to 1000, get all the little pits out of it, and then same thing. Go ahead and polish it. Take your time. Make sure you don't get any heat in the lens. And 9 times out of 10, these will come up like brand new. And they make such the difference on a freshly painted car. The third brake light is something that usually gets kind of dull too. You see that a lot of it is just, it looks like it's in bad shape, and this will polish out. Same thing you can do with your wet sandpaper. I figure I would show you doing this by hand. This is one of my favorite products right here. There's a few variations of it. If you go to the parts store, you can buy it. This is kind of a scale, you know, going from soft to heavy cut. You know, as long as you're somewhere over here, you can do it by hand. Buffing it with a machine is easier, but if you do it by hand, I'm just going to kind of show you what it would look like. And again, do it in stages. Don't try and go in one go. I use a microfiber towel, but let's just get this spot right here. If I can get it to focus there, you can see it. And don't put a lot of pressure, just let the product do the work. Just let it slowly cut that staining off, and it'll start to put a shine on that plastic. This is if you don't have a buffer. Not everybody has one of those. And you can do this with your headlight and taillights too. It just takes quite a bit longer. And then when you're done, you're gonna have to use a finer polish to get it really shiny. There you go. That's literally 10 minutes of just polishing it by hand. Same thing, little by little. I'm gonna go with a slightly softer product now and take it to the next step. Basically a little bit softer will give it more of an enhanced polish, but if you've got a buffer, do it with your buffer. So guys, hopefully you're getting some inspiration from this and some ideas. The only thing we have left for sale are the OZ 18-inch wheels right here. They're in bronze with almost new tires, 225, 40, 18s in the front, 255, 35, 18 in the back. They are in really good shape. Tires are almost new. And of course, they're nice fitment without rolling the fenders. You can lower this. So these wheels are still for sale. And the NVIDIA exhaust. The exhaust is in pretty good shape. 70mm into dual 2.5s. That is available as well. If you want to see this car in our playlist, this is the LHT S2000. This has our turbo kit on it. Just an OEM plus build. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Stay tuned for part 5. Hopefully we'll see how the paint is looking on our white AP1 S2000.